Afternoon, everybody.
Hey, y'all.
We are back in Texas this week.
Don't want to be.
No, we didn't want to leave Vegas.
I want to be back in Vegas.
And we don't have a guest today. But we are continuing our discussion of the armor of God. And just as a reminder, Ephesians 6:11 says, "Put on all of God's armor so that you will be able to stand firm against all the strategies of the devil." Today, we're going to focus on the shield of faith, which I think is the most important piece. Ephesians 6:16 says, "In addition to all of these, hold up the shield of faith to stop the fiery arrows of the devil." And that's the NLT version. Now, I think that it's the most important piece because our faith is what gives us what we need to battle against the lies that the enemy tells us. One of his biggest weapons against us is getting us to believe lies. I mean, that's what he did with Adam and Eve, is he twisted the truth. And so that's the way he gets us too. And so our faith is so important so that we'll recognize those lies.
Yep. And I don't necessarily disagree with her, but once again, I look at it a little bit different, more from a practical standpoint instead of the big picture. And I think I can sum mine up in like a quarter of your time.
Okay.
It's the shield. God gives us a shield to deflect the enemy's attacks. Done. That's all it is. It's not my shield. I didn't buy the shield anywhere. Nobody gave it to me. I didn't go to church and pick one up on a rummage sale. God gave me the shield with my faith, and I put my trust in Him, and He gives me all of these things. And the shield is just one that I use to deflect the enemy's attacks.
I mean, I don't disagree with that. I mean, God does give us the shield.
Yep. See?
But the verse says that we are to hold it up. We are to hold up the shield of faith to stop the fiery arrows of the devil. So just because He gave it to you doesn't mean you're using it, I guess, is my point.
No, but that's why we have to remember these things, is to remember to use one,
Very
and
true.
when to fill my cup back up per se, I just basically have to remind myself to use that shield to deflect the attacks. The attacks are going to come. I don't want them to. God doesn't necessarily want them to either. Nobody wants them to come, but they're going to happen. And we just have to keep our faith strong and remember to use all the pieces of armor that He gives us, including the shield.
Absolutely.
To deflect them.
Absolutely.
Told you I could do it.
Our faith is so important because one of the things my faith does is that it reminds me that God is who He says He is, and that God will do what He says He will do. And so if I can stand on those two promises right there, then nothing that the enemy throws at me is going to hit. So that's my shield right there, is standing on those two promises in my faith.
Yeah. Use the shield to deflect the attacks.
There you go. So that is our nuggets of hope for this week, is to just make sure you put that shield of faith up, and the arrows will have to go away, because Satan's arrows cannot penetrate that shield of faith. And so you just hold tight to that, and that will help you as you go through this week.
There you go. Y'all be safe.
All right. Bye, everybody.
Bye.